All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, happy brunch, whatever it is for you, and welcome to today's first of two gameplay streams. I am Darkside Phil, and I am the runner of this shindig. I am the one who controls the pixels. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm making up new catchphrases and stuff, apparently. I don't know. Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. And ladies and gentlemen, today is officially the first day of fall, or the first day of autumn, or whichever it is that you may like to call it. I don't particularly know why there's two different names for the same season. You don't really have that for winter or spring or whatever else, right? But apparently we have two names for this season, which means officially the summer is over. So for those of you who are enjoying the hot weather, those of you who are enjoying being a beach bum, having mojitos out on the sun in lawn chairs, that is all over. It's over, ladies and gents. The time now has come for I almost said gray leaves. Yes, gray leaves, because we see those all the time. No. The time has come for withered, color-changing leaves, pumpkins, scarecrows, and every stereotypical thing you could think about when the fall comes. And it's kind of funny, because, so this morning I woke up. Now, for those of you who, watch my stuff all the time, you listen to my pre-streams all the time, you know that it gets pretty hot, at least in my office, during the course of the daytime, especially during the summer months, because the sun beats down on the wall of my office, and even in particular my home, it doesn't have central air. So I have one air conditioner upstairs, and I use it to basically cool the whole house between gameplay streams. And the temperature has actually lowered significantly in the past couple of weeks. It's gone from like the 80s, 80 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, down to between 60 to 7 degrees Fahrenheit. And then during the day, it's been getting around 70 to 80 degrees when the sun's beating on the office wall. Unfortunately, my office heats up to like 90-something degrees if I don't turn the air conditioner on a lot. So, but anyway, I woke up this morning under the sheets, because we're in sheets, and my girlfriend Leanna actually had like taken a blanket into the bed because it was thought it's getting cooler now. I woke up. I was freezing my balls off. Like, no lie, it must have dipped like 20 degrees overnight from what it was the night before, because I was freaking cold, man. So I grabbed some of her blanket, pulled it over to my side. I was like, share that. Pass that over. And, warmed up a little bit. But, yeah, it's funny how it happens. Like, today is really the first significantly cooler day here in Washington State, and it's the first day of fall at the same day. So it's kind of like simultaneously seasons change and, weather changes, which is kind of wild when you think about it. That the perfect timing, right? But yeah, it is time. And what that means for us, anyway, as gamers, not only does it mean that we're going to have cooler weather, not only does it mean that there's going to be some fun, holidays and stuff coming up soon, but it also means that the hardcore gaming season, the fall gaming season, the busiest time of the year for gamers, is here and upon us. Even though it kind of started almost a month ago in late August, it's now kind of official, right? Once we hit this season, that's it, boom. Every week, new release after new release, big blockbuster after big blockbuster to take us into the end of the year. And even though a few games got delayed, let's face it, there were games like Mighty Number 9, and Rainbow Six Siege, and Hitman, and Star Fox Zero, all of which, we were planning on playing sooner rather than later, and it looks like a lot of those got pushed back. At least Rainbow Six Siege is still happening this year, but all those other games I mentioned are now pushed into 2016. Typically this happens, you get all these games that end up getting delayed, and I'm okay with that as long as, number one, the game ends up being ultimately better because of the delay time. Not that it's some kind of a really silly and stupid delay like they did with Rayman Legends a couple years back. That was a complete waste of time. And number two, the fact that we're busy enough with everything else going on. And quite honestly, we've already got such a busy release schedule ahead of us for the next couple of months, or actually next 3 months, that it's not going to be a problem. I think that it's actually a better for us that we had those games delayed. I mean, just in the next few weeks, to give you some idea, some of the games coming out: NBA 2K16, the new Tony Hawk game, Transformers Devastation, Rock Band 4, Disgaea 5, the Uncharted Collection, Dragon Quest Heroes, the new Minecraft episodic game from Telltale Games, Yoshi's Woolly World, Tales of Zestiria, the Witcher 3 DLC, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Halo 5, WWE 2K16, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Fallout 4, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Star Wars Battlefront, the Bloodborne DLC, Just Cause 3, Xenoblade Chronicles, and probably there's a few in there that I forgot. That's a lot of stuff between now and the end of the year. So, pretty wild. And it's going to be a fun gameplay year. I'm excited because the past few years, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but there's been a lot of duds. There's been a lot of games that, we were all excited for. They came out, they weren't very good. At least this year, the games so far, I mean, let's face it, Until Dawn, really good, right? Metal Gear Solid 5, really good. Mario Maker, surprisingly good. Like, better than I expected it to be. And now we're playing SOMA, which, the verdict's not out on SOMA yet, I don't think. I think a lot of people are necessarily not disappointed, okay, but they're, maybe they feel like they got bait and switched. Meaning, SOMA, the game that we're about to play for around 3 hours today on stream, is a game from the makers of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And if you actually paid attention to all of the marketing for SOMA, it was very heavily marketed as, like, the next survival horror game from Frictional Games, which is the name of the game developer. But from what we've seen so far, right, playing this game, we played it for around 2.5 to 3 hours yesterday, it's not really survival horror. Yeah, there's some horror elements in it. It seems to me to be more like a sci-fi, narrative-based, epic kind of a story deal, and does not seem to really be focused too much on survival horror in that regard, okay? It seems like, yeah, there are survival horror elements, and yes, there are parts of the game where you are being chased or whatever, but certainly, like, for example, with Amnesia, there's these monsters around every corner, and they're after you, and it doesn't seem like that's the case in SOMA. It seems like there's actually extended periods of the game in SOMA where, yeah, there's things after you, but they're not really necessarily dangerous. And people have even seen in this playthrough so far, I've gotten caught a few times by the enemies, and I didn't die. Like, I got caught for momentarily, you get disabled or whatever, and then you wake up, and it seems like maybe your health is lowered, but I haven't died yet. So, I'm obviously not too far into the game. People are saying the game could be anywhere from 6 to 10, maybe even 12 hours long, depending on how much you explore, and, if you read all the audio logs and stuff like that. So I am going to reserve my judgment until we get further into the game, alright? That seems like to be the fair thing to do, to not jump the gun and say, oh, it's not survival horror like Amnesia, so it sucks. Unfortunately, some people are doing that. I've already seen some people who only saw, my 2.5 hours of gameplay from yesterday and immediately, this isn't Amnesia, that means this game sucks, so Frictional Games now sucks, and this sucks. Not everything is the same. Maybe, just maybe, Frictional Games, we're going for something a little different, right? And if anything, I would say the plot of this game is pretty heavy psychological horror, meaning, just think about the premise so far. The world was struck by some kind of a meteorite that not only was so large, but it was so, uncontrollable that it destroyed all life on the surface of the planet. The only humans that were left alive were underwater, but then this weird, almost biological infection infected everything underwater and apparently turned all the humans into AIs or robots. And now you're supposedly an AI who's looking to take your consciousness and put it into some kind of a utopian ARC program and try to live in a virtual world because the real world is so horrendously bad and destroyed you don't want to live there anymore. I mean, that's a fucked up plot. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. Now, here's the thing. Is it actually the truth? We don't know. We're only 2.5, 3 hours into the game. Maybe it's a bait and switch. Maybe this is not what it appears to be, right? We don't know. We actually don't know the truth about what's going on in this game yet. So I would love to jump further into it, which we're going to do today. You know, let's do another 2.5, 3 hours of gameplay and see where the game takes us. And I thank for those of you who are on the stream to check out the continuation of SOMA. I certainly hope that you're enjoying the game so far. Also, keep in mind, as soon as I finish pre-stream, I'm closing the stream chat. I'm going to turn on my face cam, close the stream chat, and we're going to continue to play like I did yesterday. So no stream chat interaction. There'll be no spoilers. I won't be constantly looking at the stream chat for the reactions. I will just be playing cold like I used to before I ever live streamed anything. Now, I will say this unfortunately, it's double-edged. It's good because, you know, I won't be distracted. I'll be able to be hyper-focused on the gameplay. The bad is, if something goes wrong with the stream or whatever, I'm not going to be able to see it. And I can already tell you guys, I've been monitoring the stream this morning, well, this afternoon, and I can see there's actually been a few blips in my internet. Now, they've been very quick. They've been like, drops off, comes right back. I'm not being DDoS attacked or anything like that, so don't worry about it. When I DDoS attack, I lose my internet completely. So I know that's not the case. But what it looks like is that there may be some fluctuations in my internet today that may cause the stream to be a bit choppy, okay? If that does happen, I apologize. I have no control over it regardless. So even if I saw it happening, I wouldn't be able to control it. I'm just going to keep playing. And so, if that does happen, understand that I am recording the videos at full quality, and those will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, immediately following the conclusion, of the stream. So, if you're having problems watching the stream, issues are going on, check out the videos. They'll be uploaded after the stream concludes today, so they will go live. You'll be able to get caught up regardless, all right? Now, later tonight, my second stream tonight is probably more than likely going to end up being a very short one, because apparently I'm about to enter the final mission in Mad Max. This is a game I've been playing for 3 weeks, on and off. It certainly has not gotten the attention that Metal Gear Solid 5 has, but apparently I'm entering the final mission of the game. And so, if the mission is long, then it might be a longer stream, like 2 hours. If not, it might be a very short stream, and if I do finish that stream early, I'm actually going to be recording the review for Mad Max immediately following my completion of the game. So it'll be very fresh in my mind. I'll be able to do, boom, a fresh review. And it should be pretty good. Okay? It should be pretty good. Which means, since Mad Max will be completed tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm only doing one gameplay stream tomorrow, Thursday. That stream will be in your hands. After the conclusion of today's SOMA stream, I'd like to hear from you whether you'd like to see me play more SOMA tomorrow on Thursday, or would you like to see me play Metal Gear Solid 5 and possibly complete the game, because apparently I only have 2 missions left in Metal Gear Solid 5, one of which is the hardest mission in the entire game. Appropriately so, since we're at the end of the game, right? So would you rather see me beat that tomorrow, or would you rather see me focus and go further into SOMA? I'm going to need that feedback. Obviously, I'd like the feedback on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Tonight, I might even set up a straw poll to try to gauge people's opinions, and we'll go from there. Whatever I don't play tomorrow, I'll be playing on Friday, okay? So let's say tomorrow I do more SOMA, then I'll play Metal Gear on Friday, or vice versa. So don't worry, it's really just about order of what I'm playing this week. I'm not going to be doing second streams on Thursday or Friday this week, because I have so many reviews now built up that I need to release, that I'm going to be focusing on working on those and releasing them. So, tomorrow, Thursday night, I'll be working on and releasing the Super Mario Maker review. Hopefully, Friday, I'll be releasing the Mad Max review. And then hopefully, sometime maybe this weekend, I'll be releasing the Metal Gear Solid 5 review. And then once I finish SOMA, then I can work on and release the SOMA review. So, there you go. It's going to be a lot of content coming out in the next few days. The conclusion of gameplay, reviews, lots of stuff coming out, alright? So, that's really all I have to say for the pre-stream. Now we will enter into the gratuitous plug. I'm only doing one gratuitous plug today. Of course, it is for my Patreon account at patreon.com/DarksidePhil. FYI, if you have not yet, you now have exactly 1 week left to pledge to my September Patreon. And if you do pledge $5 or more, you'll be able to nominate and vote on games that will be held and played during my October 31st Halloween mini marathon of horror games. Alright? Should be pretty fun. I have not done a Halloween special in several years. I decided to do one this year as a Patreon goal. So if I do hit my $1,250 of funding in the month of September, we'll be doing that. I don't think I'll have an issue hitting that. I've hit it every month so far besides one. The only month I didn't hit it was because Patreon screwed up and declined a bunch of people of their pledges when really there was no issue with their payment. They just screwed up and declined everyone. So, I'm excited for that. And I'm sure that people will definitely like to nominate and vote on what games I'll be playing in a horror marathon. So, check that out at patreon.com/darksidefil. Keep in mind there are also personal goals there, like text or verbal shoutouts, thank yous, getting your questions answered on Ask the King, which, by the way, the next episode of Ask the King is now set in stone for October 1st, which is 1 week from tomorrow. Okay, also t-shirts and getting private Q&A videos and even being a part of an upcoming project. Like in November, I'm going to be doing a multiplayer event with viewers during Thanksgiving week. And December, I'll be doing a holiday special, year-end kind of holiday deal. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. Patreon has really helped me this year. Patreon has not only allowed me to continue to do this full-time, but also has allowed me to improve my content this year. And my goal is that by the end of the year, I can raise about another $400 of excess, in excess to my normal goals for the months. And I can buy a new camera in early 2016. That would be really good. So far, I've raised around $350 for that, and I'd like to raise a little more before I, jump into the camera because I want to get a good one. So, alright, that is it. That's the gratuitous plug. Patreon.com/darksidefil. Please check it out. If you enjoy the stream, you like what you're seeing, you want to maybe go the extra mile to continue to support this and make sure that I can keep doing it, check out Patreon and consider pledging. Okay? Alright, well, everyone, I guess that is it. I will now end the pre-stream. I'm curious to see how many people will actually tune into this stream after yesterday when a lot of people seem to be disappointed that this game was not Amnesia. You know what I mean? But we'll find out, alright? So that's it. I'm ending the pre-stream. We're beginning with SOMA gameplay. Thank you for being here, and here we go.